Okay, we are ready to go. This is a really simple cocktail. I just came back from New York City, where the illustrator Marcella Kriebel and I did an event at Rizzoli, and the week before we did an event in Washington D.C. They're so much fun. It's so interesting to talk cocktails with people. We had a great time. Marcella is the illustrator of this book, the Book of Cocktail Ratios, and again, I just adore her work. She does great ratio wheels. Those are the ratio wheels.
Hello, Australia. Holy
Australia?
cow. It's morning there. Is it 6 in the morning in Australia? Are you 12 hours ahead? I'm not sure. Wow, that's very cool.
The gimlet, the daiquiri.
We can't see it, love, when you look at it yourself.
Those are the wheels. And these are an example of the cocktails, like the Clover Club, right there. One of my favorite cocktails.
8 a.m. in Australia. Wow.
And today's cocktail, the whiskey sour.
Trudy, we wish we could win something because you guessed, but we don't have any prizes.
I should do that. 2 parts bourbon, 1 part citrus, 1 part simple syrup, and 1/2 part egg white. And that is it.
Colleen, we're so looking forward to seeing you. So everybody who is just joining us, Calgary, wow, hi.
Wow, we've got quite a crowd here.
What an internet, tea in bed and watching your cocktails. Australia, I suggest you get up and make a whiskey sour. There's egg in it. It's a very healthy breakfast. Never too early for a cocktail, that's right.
But as I was saying, I was talking with Marcella Kriebel. She's a DC-based artist, or her studio's in DC. Her other studio's in Oregon, and near the Hood River. And
you already had that, Trudy. That's not a real price. You said I win your love.
But she's made these great cards that she sells, and she sells them in 12 packs. They're really cool. They're great postcards.
Go to her site. She has all sorts of good merch.
Go to her site. These are beautiful things. Yeah, she does all these on her own. But I really love them. They're gorgeous. And we also put our heads together and created these ratio wheel coasters.
Well, Nick helped. We want to make sure
Nick was fundamental in creating them. So there's that. And here is the daiquiri family, and part of the daiquiri family is the whiskey sour right there.
Nice. Hello, red-haired Kate.
Oh, Calgary Kate. So anyway, these are available at Marcella Kriebel's website, and just Google her, Marcella, traditional spelling, and Kriebel is Kriebel, Kriebel. And she's got all this stuff and a lot more beautiful illustrations. She's a terrific independent artist. I really respect what she does, and I'm so lucky that we connected.
Michael, before you start making the cocktail, oh, great. Lisa says they're coming into the store. Oh, you'll probably sell a zillion of those, Lisa, because they're so pretty, and so is your store.
They are. They're fabulous.
So, Colleen, are you in Dingle, or are you still in Florida? Let us know. Wonderful Colleen, who's on here, hosts an incredible cocktail party at her beautiful house in Dingle, Ireland, where we do a writer's workshop every August. And we have exactly 1 spot left this August. So if anybody is interested in going, just email or DM, you're still in Florida, or DM Michael, and we'll send you information.
Send me a message. There's 1 spot left. It's great. It's a great food town. And there's all kinds of terrific folks there. We've got a special guest in Chris Cooper, who's going to be there.
The actor Chris Cooper will be there.
And his wife, the actress, and the actor and writer, Marianne Leone.
She was Christopher's mother on The Sopranos.
Yeah, she's going to be there. And who else is going to be there besides myself?
Helen Schulman.
Oh, Helen Schulman. There's a great new book out called Lucky Dogs. We saw her in New York give a reading with Jenny Egan. That was fun.
And how do you, and Mia Gallagher, who's an Irish writer. How do you rate The Bear, Mike?
We just started watching the 2nd season of The Bear. I love the 1st season. Anne said she would join me, but she would have to hate watch the episode 1, season 2.
And I did.
I love the show. I love the characters. I love the veracity of what they're doing and the world that they're portraying, which so often gets lost when television and movie producers get involved. And so it's a genuine drama that's true to the world that it portrays, and I really love that. So I'm enjoying it.
Kate, I believe Ireland will let you back in. I don't think you broke or took anything. So I think you are welcome back, even twice in a month.
Okay, so we're now going to make whiskey sour. Is everyone, do people make whiskey sours? Because if you don't, you should. It's a great cocktail. It's an old cocktail, but it kind of fell out of fashion in the 50s. Really in the 60s, just stopped. It just went out of favor completely. Probably because of the sour mixes that were used and just lack of attention. Anyway, it's a great cocktail. It's a great batch cocktail. I often make them in a big measuring cup like this when we're having lots of guests over.
Martha Frankel. Oh my gosh. How are you, Martha?
Hi.
I owe you an email about Story Slam for January.
Martha runs a great book festival in Woodstock.
Woodstock, New York.
Woodstock, New York, and it was a great time this past spring.
I think it was April or May.
So Gary Steingart was there. That was fabulous, and Neil Gaiman.
Okay, there's been a challenge thrown out. My husband makes the best one. Oh, I fear my husband makes the best one.
Okay, well, let's see how we do it.
I'm going
to do something a little daring here.
Oh, boy.
Because I'm going to make 2 cocktails for the 2 of us, and I'm going to do it all in one shaker, which is fine if you're having, say, a margarita, but because of the egg white and the froth, it can get a little tricky.
Oh,
so anyway.
Hi, Elizabeth Irvine.
Hi, Elizabeth. Oh, my God. You're up late. There in Windsor, England. I hope you're well. So the whiskey sour is, of course, a sour. A sour is, the most basic sour is 2 parts spirit, 1 part citrus, 1 part simple syrup. Conventional sours now tone down the sweet sour aspect, so we normally do a 2 parts spirit, 3/4 ounce citrus, 3/4 ounce simple syrup. That would make a great daiquiri, a great gimlet. But because there's egg white in here, I think it can stand the extra tart and sweet. So that's how we're going to begin. We're going to begin with spirit.
All the new people joining, we're making whiskey sours.
We're making whiskey sours. So we're going to start with 2 parts bourbon whiskey. That's 2 ounces. And then for Anne, 4 ounces. I've gotten to really like these, the Japanese jigger. And then we're going to do 2 ounces of freshly squeezed lime juice. Please, freshly squeezed. It's important.
Don't use that plastic lime, folks.
Oh, my God.
Not that anybody would here.
And then we're going to do 2 ounces of simple.
Someone here said she uses Irish whiskey in it.
Ooh, that's kind of
That would
interesting.
be interesting.
That
I had
works.
one, it was a yuzu whiskey sour the other night.
And then we're going to pour
interesting.
in 1 whole egg white for 2 drinks. Now, if you just want to do 1 drink, you can mix up the egg white so it sort of denatures a little bit, and it's easier to measure that. Dale DeGroff, the cocktail king, actually puts it in a little squirt bottle, so it's really easy to measure that way. So we've got all our ingredients in, and first, because we've got an egg white, I'm going to give it a dry shake, and I put this on tightly because we don't have the seal that the cold gives, and just give it a shake to get that egg white mixed up.
Yeah, yuzu. It was good. It was at in the Tin Building in New York. I can't remember the name of the restaurant. The something of the Red Pearl.
The House of the Red Pearl.
The House of the Red Pearl. The food was fabulous.
Fabulous.
We highly recommend it to everybody.
Ice cube.
Man, those ice cubes are gigantic.
These are big ice cubes. I love these big ice cubes.
They're bigger than big.
I love this size. These are just a great invention, and I hope everybody has some. It makes the drink so much better. They're also makes it easier to shake. And we'll see if we can do this without spilling. And do 2. Just shake, and I can feel it getting very cold. Let me give it a little extra shake for the egg white. Okay. Smells good. I can smell it. When you can smell a cocktail, that's good. I've got my little Hawthorne strainer here. And I'm just going to, these are too big.
We have eaten at Trois Chevaux.
Yes, we have. It's fantastic. We love Angie Marr. She's an outstanding chef. And I love that she's doing classical French cuisine.
And we read that she's doing lunch now. We don't know too much about that.
So here.
That looks good. Is that what it should look like?
Yes, this is exactly what it should look like.
Perfect.
And, of course, I almost have all my mise en place here, but not quite.
Oh, that was nice. That last pour
little
gave a little
pour.
foam.
I need a peeler of some sort because I'm going to put. You can put a lime in here, but I think there's enough lime in here already. So I'd like to do a colorful orange twist. So orange, and then one for myself, and then Anne gets to taste and tell me if it's still the best whiskey sour. There we go. There you go. There it is. Pretty.
Now, someone said they make theirs in a coupe, which is, of course, right without ice, but I don't know. I just like an ice cube.
Well, Anne. And that's as easy
It's
as...
perfect. It's so good.
It's perfect. It's so good. More people should make them. More people should use egg whites in cocktails. They make they give it a richness and a velvetiness on the palate that you just don't get with straight booze.
Somebody says a place in LA puts a brandied cherry in it. I think that'd be terrific.
That's a great idea.
Because I like a cherry in a whiskey sour.
I do like that cherry and whiskey sour.
That's the old-fashioned kind, like my dad used to make for me.
Yeah. And that's that. That's the whiskey sour. That's all there is to it. And I hope you make your own great cocktails. Before we move on to the poem and conclude this Friday cocktail hour, thank you all for joining us. Do we have any more questions? Any questions about cocktails?
Someone says, I still love the VTR Sour in 20.
That is the Velvet Tango Room, started by Paulius Nasvidis and in Cleveland. And he started that in 1996. He was one of the first craft cocktail bars in the country, 2 years after Angel Share started in New York City. Then the real big boom of craft cocktail bars happened in the aughts.
This recipe is in the cocktail book, yes.
This recipe is in the cocktail book, but you don't need a recipe if you know the ratio. 2 parts whiskey, 1 part sour, 1 part sweet.
It's so good.
1/2 egg white. It is good.
Why lime? We used lemon, Trudy says.
I've just always done lime. I kind of like a mixture of lemon and lime. Lime has a little bit more a sharper flavor, but yes, lemon can be done too. As long as it's freshly squeezed, it works. I just like the lime. It gives it a little, just I don't know, a brighter taste.
Je ne sais quoi.
A brighter je ne sais quoi. Now, my lovely wife found this great poem by Theodore Kuzer, who was born in Iowa in 1939. He's 84, an American poet. He won the Pulitzer Prize in 2005. I featured a poem a couple of weeks ago from him. What I like about this is about recipes and recipe cards, and we're all familiar, I hope we're all familiar, and I hope we never lose those recipe cards because they're valuable, and he helps to explain why.
Well, Michael Swallows, if you get these silicone ice cube trays, the ice comes right out. You don't have any problem. Someone asked, how do you get the big ice cubes out?
Just pop them out?
They just pop right out.
Yeah.
I highly recommend these things.
Yeah, we need more for New York,
They're super cheap.
Yeah, very, very affordable. Okay, on to the poem by Theodore Kuzer called Recipe Cards. We're nearing the end of their era. We're nearing the end of their era, the golden age of the 3x5 recipe card, that currency that held whole communities together, handwritten bonds of exchange, chicken and dumplings in trade for a pineapple upside-down cake. Churches at peace with each other from town to town, in every direction, a safe deposit box of recipes with Crisco stains, the ballpoint ink blurred by the steam of a kettle, every card backed by a Fort Knox of eggs tartare. Those times are almost gone, but world peace could still be achieved by a nation-to-nation exchange of recipe cards. Your great-aunt's rhubarb cobbler would bring Kim Jong-un to the table.
Yay, Ted Kuzer.
Recipe cards by Ted Kuzer.
Yeah, everyone getting lots of hearts on that one.
Good. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. It's been a great cocktail hour. I don't know if we'll be able to do it next week. We'll be at the MFA program in Salve Regina, but maybe we can squeeze something in then. But till we're back, stay posted via Instagram. Have a look at my Substack newsletter, ruhlman.substack.com. It comes out every couple of weeks. Next one's coming out next Saturday, a week from tomorrow. And for subscribers, extra goodies are in store for early next week. So again, thanks everybody.
Thanks,
I'm so
everybody.
glad you
I'm so
joined
glad
us.
you liked the poem. Goodbye, Australia. Thank you for being here.
That's great. I love that.
I love that.
All right, bye.